cook. She got the recipe. She got what you need. That girl can cook. That black girl magic. I gotta have it.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a tender juicy pot roast in the Instant Pot. Okay, so look, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and let's get started. Alright y'all, so look, I'm starting off here with a 3-pound beef chuck roast. I tried to find the biggest, prettiest one I could find. And I'm just going to coat it in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use olive oil, grapeseed oil, or avocado oil. Try to stick to those. And you just want to coat it just a little bit, pat it into it, massage it a little bit, give it a nice little massage so we can add our seasonings. Now listen, I actually plan to sear this roast because a lot of people always ask me to do that. But honestly, if you're gonna sear it, you really don't have to add your seasonings to the roast. You can add it to the pot. But, we're just gonna go ahead and add it to the roast. And, we're gonna do it how y'all wanna do it, okay? But look, I'm adding in some garlic powder, some black pepper, about 2 tablespoons of onion powder. You could do 2 tablespoons each. I actually did 1 teaspoon of the black pepper on here. I didn't want too much black pepper. And then we're going to add in a little bit of paprika. That's optional. You don't have to add that in if you choose not to. And we're going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning. Now, y'all know I like a little heat. So if you don't like the heat, you can add regular salt or you can add our good old seasoned salt. All right. So look, once you get your seasonings on there, all you have to do now is transport that joker over into our Instant Pot duo. So look, I have a saute function on this, and so I'm going to add in some canola oil, and it's already heated. There is no different type of heating functions. You just press the saute function, it will automatically heat, and we're going to sear the roast on both sides. So look, I'm putting that roast in. That thing is huge, y'all. I believe this is a 7-quart, and I'll tell y'all that that roast, boy, it was almost too big to fit in there, honey. But look, you want to flip it after about 3 to 5 minutes. You're just trying to brown it on both sides. That's all. Y'all see that fork, baby? It can hardly even handle the weight or the pressure of this roast. But look, we're going to sear it on both sides. And after you get it seared, we just trying to add some color, y'all. That's it. You're going to remove it and set it to the side. Now, remember, searing is optional. You do not have to sear. You really could throw all of this stuff in. Just dump and go on about your business. I promise you can. And if you want to use a slow cooker, you could do that as well. But look, after you sear the roast, you're going to add in 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 whole white onion that's been chopped. I'm also going to add in a teaspoon of minced garlic. And you want to have all your ingredients ready so that you can actually go ahead and put this stuff in back to back, because you cannot control the heat on this saute function. I keep trying to tell y'all, you're going to burn something up. Okay? So look, I'm going to deglaze the bottom of this skillet from where those seasonings kind of burned a little bit. And get some of that chunkiness and that grit up off the bottom of the skillet. So I added in a 1/2 cup of red wine. And there's no need to reduce that. We're just going to add that in. And I'm going to add in a tablespoon of tomato paste. If you don't have the tomato paste in the jar, you can actually add it in from the can. It's totally fine. All right. And we're going to add our roast back into this pot. Now look, we are not done, honey. Go ahead and add in 2 cups of beef broth. And remember, your roast is going to produce a lot of liquid, so that is just enough, okay? We're going to add in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch that's been mixed with 2 tablespoons of beef broth to make that a nice slurry. We're adding in some sliced carrots as well as some chopped celery, and we're also going to throw in some potatoes later. But the slurry is going to help thicken this up, so please make sure you add that in. I'm also adding in 1 to 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. You can add in 1 to 2 bay leaves and 2 to 3 sprigs of thyme. Now that clearly is more than 2, okay? I like a lot of thyme, but if you don't like a lot of thyme, don't add that much, okay? You really only need 1 to 2. And make sure you add a little bit of parsley in there, just because you fancy, and season it to taste with a little bit more salt. I would definitely pop a little salt in there because, baby, listen, if you turn out and this roast ain't seasoned the way it's supposed to be seasoned, you're going to be mad and you done wasted all that money on that beautiful roast. Make sure you season your pot before you put that cap on, okay? Because it ain't no coming back. So look, add your potatoes in. Make sure they're cut in halves and turn that pot to closed. And this is the most important part. Please make sure your valve is sealed, okay? Do not pressure cook with a venting valve. So look, we're going to pressure cook this for about 1 hour to 1 hour to 30 minutes on pressure cook. Make sure you set it to that. And honey, you just let it go. Let it go. And after you let it go, make sure that you naturally release that pressure on its own. Let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. You don't have to, but I prefer to do that. And then when it's time to open it, you'll open that vent like you're instructed to on every Instant Pot ever known to man. And you just take that lid off, honey, and look at that. Look at that. Honey, what? Let's look at this roast, though. Let's get into this roast. Tender and juicy, honey, baby. Stop playing with them. And it took half the time a slow cooker. Now, I don't budge on the slow cooker. I love me a good slow cooker. But, honey, if you're trying to get you a roast on the dinner table in less than 2 hours, baby, look, you done found you something right here. So, look, that's our roast. We're going to go ahead and plate this up and make it look all nice and pretty, honey. And there you have it, guys. Our delicious, juicy, tender pot roast, honey, flavor to the absolute god. Honey, this is a resurrection roast. Do y'all understand me? And let me tell you something. If you try this recipe out, y'all gotta let me know how it went, okay? But look, make sure you check the description box on how I made that quick gravy. It was very simple. I will post the instructions for it. But look, if you try it out, let me know, honey. And I want to thank y'all for watching. As always, thank you for supporting my channel. And if you haven't already, please think about subscribing, okay? If you like what we're doing. And I'll see y'all next time in the next video. Bye.